Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Difficult sometimes to carry with being a sick, but when you have something to love to do, you are passionate about doing something, then everything becomes easy and fall apart. And this is what I've been doing. I've been enjoying. It is the 9th year now. We run through a very tough time. And those of you who've been around with us back in February 22nd, 23rd of 2009, I said clearly that the financial crisis didn't come to have a cup of coffee with us for a half of day or a week or a month. Minimum needs 15 to 20 to 15 years minimum if we work together. And that was my statement. If we work together with a lot of commitment, dedication, innovation, then we can overcome the crisis. Otherwise, it will bring another crisis. And here we go. I think I was right, and I am right. Proudly to say this. I stood on this podium 9 years back, and I said the same thing, that it's going to be really tough if we don't work together. And unfortunately, we didn't work together well. I don't mean at this small group here in this room, but at the regional and the global level at large. We are hit badly now with the oil prices, and you can tell the consequences of this prices on the economy, on the social, on the political, on all angles, if you would. Today I was driving home to this Congress. I love always to listen to Dubai Eye is one of the good favorite channels of mine. I love it. They come with the good news from time to time. And listening to the Saudi oil minister, and he was screaming, saying that we, with the oil-producing nations, we will do whatever it takes to keep cutting the production and to improve the prices of the oil. Prices of oil is below 50, and below 50 is not good for the universe, if you would, in a way. How much he can do, how much the rest of the team can do, that's questionable. But at the same time, I was questioning myself, what impact that's going to have on our projects and the project management in general, is not only in the region here, but also for those humanitarian projects, which are funded by the, a lot of countries. One of them on top of the list is the UAE and the World Bank, because, the basic idea of inception of the World Bank is to support the developing countries by having a fund, utilizing the fund in the best way could to improve the social and the economic living of the poor countries. How much they have achieved, they've been speaking the same language back from 40s till now, right? And now things getting worse because those countries, or the oil producing mainly, supporting the mission of the humanitarian causes, they are going to be stopped or at least halt for some time. And unfortunately, we are not getting better. If you go back to 2008 and 2009, we were selling the oil at the rate of $120. And we called it a crisis those days, a financial crisis. I don't know what our economist is calling the time we're living in. But let me tell you the time. I call it the silent killer, just like a cancer, unfortunately, in the body. You don't know when it's going to hit you, but if it's hit you, you're just about dying in a very slow motion, very slow way. And that is what's happening to the economy worldwide now. Second, unfortunately, the economy is not run by the economist or the graphs or the real trends of the business. Economy is was going to be, or started actually, a couple of months back from India, is going to be run by politicians. And that is what's make the whole scary thing here. So it's not about how big your project, how nice your project, how human your project, how bankable your project. It is how political your project is. And that's the scary part of it. The same thing we've been seeing the movement back in US with Mr. Trump, and again lately in France. So there's going to be a real massive change in the way how business is happening. And you are the right people to tell the pulses. It's not the graphs, because it becomes so much psychological with those graphs. We've been driven crazy because of the graphs. And we forget totally that we are human at the end of the day. That is the sad part of it. Has become everything E and electronics. During the boom cycle, the banker will ask you, no, don't come to me. I put ATM machines in every single corner of the country. Don't come to me. I can authorize a loan through and drop me a 2 lines email, and I'll give you the loan in 2 minutes in your bank account. That much we were growing, and we have forgotten about the basic thing of a human being, that we are social. Either social animals, if you would call us, or social creatures. But we are social, so we need to interact with each other. Now, we lost this interaction even back home. You talk to the loved one back home, everyone has his own world. He's in different state, he's different mind of state by using those gadgets, whether the laptops, the electronic devices, the smartphones, and especially the smartphones now, because everything is being transferred. So we lost, even in the small unit called the family, which consists of 3 to 4 members, everyone has got, till the last bedtime, on each side of the bed, each one has got his own mobile phone. I see some of you are smiling. So I'm telling the truth here, isn't it? Like that. So what impact we have? The impact is going to be there. But it is better to be prepared than not being prepared. So if you're prepared, and this is one of the platform we do for you, to prepare you for the future, for the scary future. The future is not going to be good. And note down my statement here. The future is very bad. Very bad. But if we have good people like you are pushing it, and they're lovers of their job, then we can create a difference. And as they say, the sky is the limit. Don't say I'm only a single-handed. I just can't do much. I need fund. Who told you every project needs to start with a fund? I'm not talking about projects where they started many thousands of years back, like the Great Wall in China or the pyramids in Egypt and other. You have Uber now, if I pronounce it right. The car company is one of the largest in the world now. And they started from nothing. Just an intellectual idea came to them. Airbnb, the hotel, the biggest hotel rooms, they don't have any startup, not even a white angels to start up with. It's just an idea. And the list goes on. What's missing here with the human touch, which we missed earlier, is the real role of the SMEs. We need to start love the SMEs, small, mid-scale industries or businesses. We need to start and hug them again and bring them to the circle, because they are the source of the innovation. If you really want to go for innovation, innovative ideas, then SMEs need to be welcomed back. There was a time during the boom again that we've forgotten about them. Everything, all the graphs, is how much share value, ABC, top 10, top 100 brands in the world, that's it. But we never talk about those small-scale industries who are contributing to the success of the big ones. So we need to get them back with us, and this is how we do things around. Third, you need to have a paradigm shift in your thinking process. You cannot keep thinking the way how you've been thinking for the last week or a month or so. You need to go for a real big change yourself today and bring innovative ideas. Because a project can refocus or lose their purpose. Let's say the pyramids, when they were built for a purpose. The Great Wall of China, to prevent enemies from getting to China. Now they become one of the most wanted tourist destinations on the list in the world. So the purpose has changed, it's fixed. I was invited by the mayor of Vienna in Austria a couple of years, 3 years back. And he was so kind to take me around and show me the waste to heat energy plant. They collect the domestic waste and, through a process and transfer it to, to energy, if you would. Now that place, there was an artist, lives in the city, and he came to them and said, you see, I can really paint this nicely outside, right? To make it very inviting place. People could really come and, love to see, take pictures. And because the mayor and the team were welcoming ideas, they gave the artist time to paint the outside of the processing units or the waste processing units. And here you go. It has become one of the most tourist attractive in Europe now. People will fly from so many countries to come, and has become a research center too. I did visit that myself, and I've seen students queuing to get in, and you have to pay about €5 just to see the waste, if you would. So turn your mind thinking. It's just about the way how you start. It's about perception. Everything about perception and how you can really change the way how you view things. And if you notice, I was asked back in 2009, one of the audience said, Rashid, give me an advice about the crisis here. I said, recession, so what? You have to reframe it to yourself. Frame it. Go back and say, recession, so what? I'm up to the challenge. Just give yourself and your team tomorrow morning this inspiration at the work. Let them while they post it everywhere in the company, saying, recession, so what? We're up to challenge. So give that inspiration. And then it's about marketing. You have to triple your efforts. Not only doubling, but tripling your efforts. I know there's so much to be heard. It's not only about myself, but about the rest of the team, the speakers. I'm really thankful that we have a good speaker. They have taken their time, the busy schedule, and the initiative, and travel all the way from Singapore, Egypt, Turkey, India, and some of them from Pakistan. And we have some even from Africa this time. So I'm really happy to see that the outreach we're reaching and looking forward. But one, again, advice I would love all of you to do is make sure that you exchange as much as you can the business card, because exchanging a business card means exchanging an experience and exchanging a lesson learned somewhere. Would you do so? I've been so serious. Later on, I'll say some jokes, yeah? But stick around. I promise you. Thank you very much.